Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram today. Well, in this Cricket Happening Show, what we are going to talk about, we are going to look at some cricket news that's making headlines and also look at some other aspects of cricket. So first what we are going to, the first news that I'm going to talk about is the Australian team has been selected for the one-day internationals and the T20s. Now, as you know, once the Ashes Test series is over, as you know, England have already won the Ashes series, and now there's only one more Test match, the final Test match about to come, and after that we are into the T20s and the one-day internationals. So Australia yesterday announced their team. Now, as far as the Australian team is concerned, the total squad which has been selected in combination for the one-day internationals and the T20s. Now there are a lot of new faces which are coming in. Well, Michael Clarke, as you know, he would be leading the one-day international side. George Bailey will continue his continued run of being the T20 captain. Now the very important inclusion that I am going to talk about is the right-arm leg spinner, Pakistan-born, who recently had his Australian citizenship. Fawad Ahmed has been given an opportunity. So this is a big opportunity for Fawad Ahmed. He has been included in the squad. So when he is included in the squad, one would definitely expect him to really play in a few matches against England. Now against India A, I mean he definitely played for Australia A against India, but the India A batsman really didn't allow him to settle down at all. If you look at his bowling stats against India A, who actually yesterday won the Tri-Series trophy in South Africa, Fawad Ahmed was really attacked by the Indian batsman and he was not allowed to settle, and lots of runs were actually carved off him. So Fawad Ahmed, well again, so definitely this will be another good experience for him, bowling to the likes of a good English batsman. And well, one only hopes that Fawad Ahmed is getting a big opportunity here, and the Australian selectors have got a lot of faith in him because he has already got the Australian citizenship, as you know, and they probably want to really test him out into the international waters, and what a way to do it to Fawad Ahmed. So good luck to Fawad Ahmed. Nathan Coulter-Nile has been knocking on doors for quite some time. I mean, he has been a very good one-day specialist bowler. He also did very well, and all these players, if you're seeing, they have also looked at the performances that happened in the Tri-Series between India A, Australia A, and South Africa A in South Africa. Looking in that, Nathan Coulter-Nile was absolutely on the money. He was not giving much away, and he was also picking up wickets, and he's also a very useful bat lower down the order who can tonk the ball a bit. So that's the precise reason Nathan Coulter-Nile has been included. So that is one inclusion. The other inclusion that I'll talk about is Josh Hazlewood. Now Josh Hazlewood has been absolutely in the Australian eyes, no doubt about it, because he's a wonderful bowler. What he does best is a very one-day specialist bowler. He really keeps the runs down, and then he frustrates the batsman into making mistakes, and then he picks up the wickets because he swings the ball both ways. And he's a perfect bowler for the one-day and T20 variety, I thought. And so Josh Hazlewood has been given an opportunity here. So that is, and he did very well in the Tri-Series too. Aaron Finch, well, as you know, he has been there in this Australian outfit for quite a long time. He was the captain of the Australia A team, so he finds his place. Other than that, well, as far as new players, I'm looking at the new players who have been selected. Adam Vokes gets an opportunity. Now, if you look at the total squad, as you know, in the Champions Trophy, we had Xavier Doherty, Mitchell Marsh. Now, Mitchell Marsh doesn't find a place. Now, Mitchell Marsh, I thought, you know, he's a very good, you know, as I said, good lower order hitter. He bowls well, but I was a bit surprised that Mitchell Marsh does not find a place. Probably the way he played in the Tri-Series probably mattered a lot. And well, the squad, Fawad Ahmed, the other players on the team are James Faulkner. James Faulkner, as you know, I mean, he has been doing pretty well, and he is a very good bowler. We are going to definitely hear a lot about him in the future. He's really earmarked by Australia, according to me. Phil Hughes is there. Mitchell Johnson comes back. Sean Marsh is another good one-day batsman. Glenn Maxwell, well, nowadays he's one day and T20 is something is absolutely his cup of tea, and you know what he did with that record smashing 145 of 93 balls, which he did against India A in the Tri-Series. Clint McKay, another one-day specialist bowler. Stephen Smith, the bits and pieces all-rounder. Mitchell Starc, Adam Vokes, Matthew Wade, the wicketkeeper, David Warner, Shane Watson. So this is the composition of the Australian squad that has been selected for the one-day internationals and the T20s, which are coming up after the Ashes Test series is done. So that is some news. Now, the other news that I would like to talk about is this news is coming in from New Zealand. Now, one would remember way back in the days, probably in the 1980s, we had two good openers. New Zealand had two solid openers, and the names were Bruce Edgar. Now, Bruce Edgar was a left-handed batsman. We had John Wright too, and these were the very solid openers. Like if you talk about West Indies, we had Greenidge and Haynes. For West Indies, for India, we had Sunil Gavaskar and Chetan Jawan. This was the 1980s I'm talking about. And then we look at I mean, a lot of other teams which are there. They had some very established openers, like we had the Pakistanis, Majid Khan and Mudassir Nazar, and look at I mean, these are the openers. The reason that I'm talking about is that New Zealand have actually selected the Bruce Edgar as the general manager for the National Cricket Selection Committee, the team, National Cricket Team. So that is some good news. He has lots of experience. He has played a lot of test matches and one-day internationals. And as I said, Bruce Edgar and John Wright were very solid openers for New Zealand. They used to give a Lady Foundation, and the other New Zealand batsmen coming later on used to capitalize. Now, so that was the very solid opening pair. It had lots of good partnerships, and one would really remember. So today, Bruce Edgar finally has entered the New Zealand management scene now, because he has been given an opportunity to become the general manager. So he will be assisting Mike Hesson, the coach. So that is some news which is coming in from New Zealand. The other news that I have is coming in from the English County League. Yesterday we talked about Hashim Amla getting an opportunity to play for Surrey, and today we are that the India, as you know, Virendra Sehwag and Gautam Gambhir were the established openers, but now they have lost. They have gone out of favor with the Indian selectors, with Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma cementing their places in the Indian cricket team. So Gautam Gambhir has been called up by Essex. So Essex, as you know, have not been doing so well in the English County Cricket League. They were out for some low scores in this English County Cricket League. So Gautam Gambhir has been signed up by Essex, and that could be a good signing because Gautam Gambhir plays spin very well, and Essex have faltered against the spinners if you really look at the way things have gone in the English County Cricket League. So Gautam Gambhir, the left-handed batsman, is going to replace New Zealand's Hamish Rutherford, and the talented Hamish Rutherford, I would say. And so Gautam Gambhir gets an opportunity. So this would be another good opportunity for Gautam Gambhir to really see whether he can prove something on this English tracks, and probably signal to the Indian selectors that he is still up and running. The other news that I would like to talk about, and one more news that it's not confirmed, one is probably hoping that Somerset might go for the scalp of the right arm leg spinner Piyush Chawla. Now, whether that is going to happen, one has to wait and see whether it is going to be Piyush Chawla, whether he will get an opportunity to play for Somerset. So that is some news which is coming in. Other than that, well, dear fans and subscribers, as you know, Pakistan nowadays don't have any matches happening in their homeland due to security reasons, but they are definitely going to be playing Sri Lanka in the United Arab Emirates. And one would remember that the ICC had passed a law that it depends on the respective cricket boards if at all they want to use colored balls in day-night tests, because they can choose between the pink ball and the white ball probably. So it's already been told to them. So now what is going to be interesting is that Pakistan are in talks with Sri Lanka right now to decide whether it is feasible to actually go and probably during the Pakistan-Sri Lanka series, which is going to be starting with the first T20 on December the 11th in the United Arab Emirates. They are wanting to see whether Sri Lanka is agreeable to actually having like colored balls being experimented. As I said, it is between the two cricket boards to decide, the Pakistan Cricket Board and the Sri Lankan Cricket Board. If both of them agree, then we might probably have some colored balls being used, probably a pink ball being used in the fixtures in the Pakistan Sri Lanka series, which has T20s and one-day internationals in the United Arab Emirates. We would probably see the colored balls being used in day-night, and they are going to be playing this in the day-night test matches. As you know, in day-night test matches, we have never had day-night test matches, so that will be I think that will be a real revolution as and when it happens, because they have considered playing day-night tests too. Now what they are going to do, I mean, there is going to be a day-night test. Now that is going to be, as I said, it's going to be, it is going to revolutionize things, because as you know, in tests the crowds have been dwindling, because the crowds have been shifting to the one-day international and T20 variety, more to the T20 variety. As you saw in the Caribbean Premier League, they had some huge crowds. So probably it's being tilted more towards the limited version. So to draw the crowds in, and probably like how Kerry Packer created a revolution by introducing the pajama cricket, probably this will be another sort of an experiment whereby day-night test would be, we would probably see a day-night test between Pakistan and Sri Lanka and the United Arab Emirates, and then we might also see the colored balls. So what a double excitement it would be. Not only you will have a colored ball, and you will also have the first time in the history of cricket a day-night test match would be played. Well, I only hope that that happens. It all augurs well, in the sense the United Arab Emirates also has all the necessary facilities to facilitate day-night test matches, and the Pakistan and Sri Lanka Cricket Board, as I said, right now are in consultation. They are now in talks with each other to probably get to that particular aspect of introducing day-night test cricket, and being the first ones to do so. And well, as and when it happens in the United Arab Emirates, let me tell you, that would be cricket history. Well, dear fans and subscribers, on this particular note, your host Ram would like to end the show for today, but promising you that's more to come. There will be more to come tomorrow on my next Cricket Happening show. Until then, it's goodbye for the day. Thank you.